NGTV, l'objectivité avec nous.
Thank you very much, Asenyusa. Good afternoon to you. You know, this is girls court. You know, when it has to do with girls' issues, it's always very complicated. Good afternoon to everybody, all our televiewers out there. There's so many of you that are watching us this afternoon. It's another beautiful afternoon to be with you. A very cold one. You know, the rains of yesterday and today, but for some it's really cold. You know, the heat that we used to feel in the dry season, it's no more. Now we have something new that is cold. The usual, in fact, the Bafusam that we've always known has come back to normal with the cold. So if you're coming down to Bafusam, what you need to do is keep yourself warm. Put on the big pullover. It's not like before that you could sleep without a blanket. These days, it's no longer the same. From morning to now, we have not had any sun. So you can imagine what we are facing in Bafusam here. And those who are in the littoral will tell you that even though it's raining, it is still feel a lot of heat. But it doesn't mean you shouldn't keep yourself safe and warm. And I also heard that when you keep yourself warm, it can help with the coronavirus. Well, it might be true and it might not be true still, but just keep yourself warm, okay? Just try anything that they tell you. They say you should drink lemon in the morning. Just drink anything that you can possibly try, but don't forget the hygiene, the simple hygiene method you have to do: washing of hands, avoiding handshake, keeping a distance from people. You should do that. You should not just drink water and forget to do the most important part of it. In the heart of the city, the second edition for this week, we are very happy to be with you, to always be with you, always and always, for your afternoon show, to give you just the very best, to give you what you need. Our question will be displayed at the bottom of your screen anytime soon. But meantime, I have Miss B and Miss B or Lady B. I want to say Miss B and Lady B. They are the same persons. They are not two different people. And I have Ebane Tungwe, Mrs. Ewang, that's all here with you to give you just what you need to get yourself into today's activities. You know, we are already running to the end of the day, but there's so many things we really need to talk about. Good afternoon, Miss B.
Thank you.
You know, you joined me in the crazy and you do this.
Thank you so much. Of course, we decided to.
Yes.
Bimuleo, wahala, wahala. The rains have come.
Exactly.
Like you rightly mentioned. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Wahala, my peeps. Good afternoon, production. The rains it has come. You can see this host this afternoon. Now I'm just thinking the spread of COVID-19. Somebody is infected and the person has to go under the rain. Just imagine the water and the person gives a high five. With the dry season, I'm thinking now it's high time we start asking the rainy season and the dry season, which can claim more as far as spread is concerned.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So people are saying that when you feel you are hot,
I think the dry season.
The dry season is preferable than the rainy season.
And when it's too cold also, the virus does not live in too cold areas.
I understand that the virus can actually survive in cold areas, but it cannot survive in very hot areas.
If your body is warm.
That's why it's important that you keep the body warm as
well.
But
they say fever, so how come it lives fever?
Fever does not, the fever doesn't mean that the inside of you is hot. Okay, you're actually sick. It has provoked the high temperature. It is not from the environment that you're getting the high temperature.
Now I understand that guy who said he's by the fire. Oh, I wish we could use it to stir some Oh, so that we hear him talk. Okay, now he's by the fire. You just said the virus provoked the fever. The fact that you're already hot, this virus does not live in hot. The virus should just die.
the virus has actually, it had so for it to provoke.
It entered when the body was not hot.
No, it's not hot.
It will enter probably when the body was not hot, and then it provoked the
Body to be hot.
body to be
Now
hot.
that the body is hot, now it should turn and kill the virus that does not live in hot environment.
Well, there are still research that are ongoing.
To find that out.
But I'm still to join this guy who said, I'm roasting plums by the roadside planting. Just the fact that I'm by the fire. I touched many, but once I touched
Just fire, it dies away.
Anyway, let's see how it goes.
You know, everybody's trying everything possible to be able to deal with the virus. That's why I say anything you want to try, you just do it. But don't forget the basic hygiene method. Good afternoon, Ebane.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Miss B.
Thank you.
Even if I started talking before. I was
No,
asked
okay. It's true you started talking before you were asked to, but it's just to entertain our televiewers. You know, today we are the 24th of March, and as from tomorrow is 25th. Something interesting is going to happen tomorrow. Civil servant will begin punching. You know, I was thinking that we'll say something.
Pim, pium, pim.
Exactly. Considering that people don't put on gangs, and then if you have to come and do pim pom pim, you take your own money. The next person, pim pom pim, isn't not going to spread the virus very easily.
Well, guns. They say, how long do we say it? Or we keep saying it?
Or you can do it after you use the hand sanitizer.
because I don't think that the machine itself can be sanitized, and even if
Thank
it
you
is,
so much. Sanitize the hands, sanitize
sanitize
the
the
guns,
hands.
because you still use those hands to touch the guns. And so you remove the gun, you pim, you wear it back. Once the palms are sanitized, the guns are, the gloves
The
are
gloves.
sanitized. There's some sort of protection.
I think that the best way from tomorrow, and you know how people used to line up when it comes
They
to
will keep a
the
distance.
yes, there's need for people to maintain the distance, and then if you can wear your gloves, just like you mentioned there, you wear your gloves, or before, immediately after withdrawing or having your money kept in your wallet, you should be able to quickly sanitize.
For those who have the sanitizer in their bags.
Yes, exactly. You can easily just sanitize.
And let's not
hands
forget that
and go to place.
the virus mostly comes from above.
But they say it cannot stay in the air. Virus doesn't
When we
stay.
say from above, it's a figure language. The virus comes from above, and so ego comes from where? It's a figure language. Maybe it must have passed from above.
Okay, Miss B.
Well done.
Well done, Miss B. Thank you very much. We hope that all those people who are going to take their money tomorrow, we're going to collect their money. We're going to do the ping pong. People will take.
You know, one funny thing I heard is that somebody saying that since the virus can actually survive on money, it's important that people should remove all their money and just keep it beside the road and throw the money so that they don't have any contact with the money.
I wish the virus had to eat the money.
The people will die now.
People will die out, so that
You know,
already
she's already timing some a particular set of people. She's not looking at everybody.
it's
There's
simple.
a-
You sanitize your hands. You wear gloves. You sanitize the gloves. Whether you just gather all the money, put inside a sanitized water. Then
after you and
so-
try.
that's it now. That's it. So they just, what if this virus had to do with if I see through the phone? How many phones?
You know, the phone. You know, the phone is a method in which the virus can be easily transmitted because people use it. I use it and I give it to you, and there's so many things. That's what many people are not paying attention to the phone, because everybody uses the phone, and it is easily transmitted. So there are so many things. In fact, the most important thing is washing your hands, using the hand sanitizer to wash if you're not able to wash it.
Staying indoors.
Stay indoors,
This
please.
virus is very, very contagious.
Yeah.
At one point, somebody does not even know when somebody will get infected.
Now you understand this guy by the
best
fire.
thing is to
All this
stay
is God.
indoors.
All this is God. Finally, we just have to.
We have to tell parents to tell their children to stay indoors, because even today you see
We
parents,
have the
children
images there.
children
By tomorrow
walking
we'll bring
around.
interviews.
walking around the road like
Selling.
Selling.
Some come with the children to the market.
some are even walking and playing around. They don't have anything
in the
to.
market.
It's true. You see, the parents are somehow negligent when it has to do with taking care of their children.
They will say they are profit. Let me use the word profiteering.
Exactly.
The fact that the children are no longer going to school.
Yeah, some others will take them to the farm.
Take them to the,
You know, the cars
The
that they
farm is
take.
even
The farm
better.
is even
It's
better.
family better. How
The means of transport.
How did you get to the farm?
the
If
farm.
it's a farm that you can walk to the
to
farm.
the farm.
It's okay.
Wow. But if you have to, oh, okay.
Well, we hope that those who have ears, they will hear.
Bike riders too. Some are still carrying 3,
Yeah, they are still, up to yesterday evening, they were still carrying 3.
4 persons.
You know, there is an argument that someone advanced that actually got me thinking. It's just for me to share this thought. The distance between, even if there is no overload, for example, in a taxi, I don't think the distance between the
driver
passengers
and
is up to 1 meter.
is
No,
not
it's
up
not.
to.
The bike rider, even if you have to carry 1 passenger,
It's still not up to.
it's not up
It's
to
still
1
not okay,
meter.
but there's some sort of protection while they're in the
Okay.
air. This virus does not live in the air.
And for taxis,
For taxis, good. It's high time you wind down that thing. You understand? With me, that sometimes you're in the taxi, you can't even breathe.
Breathe, yeah.
But once I tell you what, if the glasses are down, this is already medicine. The glasses are down, and you're driving. Only the breeze that enters, the virus cannot leave. So if somebody is contaminated by you, even the wind is already. You understand? I think that will play a lot also. If the taxi drivers really wind down the glasses of the car, it will play a lot.
maybe they should
And
start carrying just 2 persons. 1 around this end and 1
3.
on
They
the
say
way.
3 now.
No, less than that, in order to the
2 in
distance.
front, 2 behind now.
Mm-hmm.
But now, how would they survive?
You know, the one taxi driver was saying that even if they do like that, how do they manage with their families and
And the worst part is that customers or passengers will not pay.
the tariff, the
You know how
normal
we
tariff?
are now, blank men. This place sound from, this place sound from.
Yes, people will not pay the normal
Usually
tariff.
they carry like that, such that they
We want
can-
just use the opportunity, or we seize the opportunity to hail the president of France, Emmanuel Macron. We realize some taxes have reduced, rents and a lot of things. Taxes on some certain taxes have reduced. Why? The people are not active like before. The people don't go out of home a minimum now. That's an indication that I think some of our measures along the routes also should, for now. If we can hold activities for now, some of those was the restricting measures by the roadside as also play on drivers,
also.
those who do, is it Clando they call it?
Clando.
Those who do taxi.
Clando, that they put, petit show.
Okay, let's just go straight and blow it out. Let some of the checkpoints reduce. No, it's the truth.
True.
If Emmanuel Macron can go that far, we're not saying that we are in France, we are in Cameroon, to reduce some taxes or hold some for now. It's not because I think it's an aspect to heal from that young ruler. You understand? So people should think activities. Get to the market, prices have augmented and so on and so on and so on. Lots of things are pausing, and so let some other things pause also. You understand? Let some checks and so on should reduce.
But to me, I don't think that the check should completely reduce. If you talk about paying for the checks, but having the people, the police officers there to check if every condition in the particular vehicle is okay, then it's fine.
We are talking
The
of
drivers having
checks,
to
not
pay.
under checks.
No, those people when they stay at the road, I believe they checked the document and
Thank
check
you.
if you're
While at
overloaded.
That is it.
So
But
let
the
the
drivers-
checks be checks, not under
Not
check
on that.
and over check.
Okay, on that check
Just
and
check.
over check, just check. Thank you very much, Miss B. We hope that the information has gone right to the right source this afternoon. The question of today has been displayed on your screen there. Do you trust in relationship built through the social media? Do you trust in relationship that is built through the social media? That's the question of today that we will be discussing on. While we start discussing on the question, don't forget that we have the business, we have the kitchen, and of course the health page that we will all discuss all through this 1 hour. 1 hour of entertainment in the heart of the city. We will start with the question of today. We have the tendency of seeing people preferring online dating because the face-to-face dating does not work I don't know if it does not work or maybe it does not work. Maybe they don't have luck in love and they have the tendency of going through online dating. So Miss B, for you, do you trust in this relationship that is built through the social media?
It depends on Sha. There's some sort of trust that has to be attached to it. There's some sort of trust.
But we're talking about relationship here. Relationship obviously has some trust.
Some sort of trust that has to be attached to it, and a certain level. And it depends. It depends. If this is somebody you've never met,
Yeah,
give
I mean
a
that
try.
case. Okay.
Give a try, but now be wise in your try.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you an example. Girl, I just passed through your picture. I've not been sleeping ever since I passed through your picture. In fact, in my dream it's you. In my eating is you. In fact, I can't even go to
When
work.
I
In fact,
talk, I just start talking to you, even if you are not there.
my heart has stopped, beating, you understand? Good.
Say, I really want to see you. You look so beautiful in your pictures.
Good. Okay, you will start chatting and so on. You've never met the person. Nothing. I think I need some help. I just lost my mom. We're talking on some 50K a year. Even if it's 10K, don't give. And so be wise. Give a try means that be open. One can never tell. People meet at various places. Anywhere,
To do different
anyhow.
things and
Yes,
meet new
and
faces.
good. It can be your cash for life. One can never tell. Things do happen. Then again, be wise. Not until you meet this fellow, and this fellow has introduced you to his family. You've seen the family, he has seen yours, and you see it. You see the relationship moving in the right direction before you open up. And so the trust should have a limit. It should not just be. Don't just carry your two legs. And so trusting in a social media relationship, it has to be. We can say 80% negative, 20% positive.
Okay, Miss B.
Meaning that the negative 80%, the positive 20.
That means the positivity is
You are
just
doubting
less.
18%.
Yes.
You are actually suspecting if it will work 20%, meaning that it just slipped off my memory. But it's an indication that good. What is yours? It's yours.
You will
Yours
obviously be
good.
yours.
Even if the devil goes to come
To come out to do.
tend the shrine of Afuakom, nothing will work. You see that? So it's an indication that if it's yours, maybe 80% the negative side, 20% on the positive side to save your health. Why? The world is so bad now, you don't know who to trust. You don't know where to even find trust. So on the social media, you're doubting. Physical, some will stand in front of you and tell you, in fact, they recite you all the poems they ever learned from school, how beautiful you are, yet they are failures. Some will even come through the social media platform. They are real, and before you know it, the two are together and so on. So this thing is complicated too. It's the individual that has to be wise.
Okay, Miss B.
I can't tell you not to trust or to trust.
Exactly. Okay, there are people, okay, you meet on social media. I like the point you made. It's a very beautiful point, talking about trust. You can possibly not trust the person. The person showers you with money, and the person comes and visit your parents, okay? Come and see your parents and does the necessary. But we've heard of people that have gone up to the extent of doing the knock door, and since as the girl is reassured, she gives herself to the man, and the next thing, he abandons her. Maybe he's doing that for an aim. He might do all what you've cited, but in the end, he has an aim. When he gets it, he goes.
Thank you so much. Maybe papers and so on, and many other things are attached to it. But that's why we're saying that you just have to be 80% negative, 20%.
Even after
positive.
everything
This is from a distance. You're sighting there.
No, not from the distance. When he comes back to the country.
It's in the country.
He comes and sees you, goes and sees your family,
Does
and
everything.
does not everything. He does, in fact, just the bride price.
Okay, in that situation, now I understand. The two people did not study themselves. It doesn't mean that because you're on social media, you cannot study yourselves. If you've been on social media for 6 months, the person comes, is married, you study the person on social media now. Study the person
Physically.
Unless you live with somebody, you don't know who that person is. Be with people at the job site. Be with people in the house, in the quartier. That's when you know who people are. I tell you what, go back to the quartiers. go to people's homes, working environments. That's where you know people are, because all what you either will pretend like what you will show it at the working place, you will show it in the quartier, and so you see now. So at least even if you studied the person for 6 months on social media, give a chance to study the person close in the physical.
Okay, let me add another 3
There are
months.
things that will be different from what you saw.
So on social media,
Good.
because of the distance.
So in that case, I want to believe the person did not study. You understand? That's why. But if you study, when something is fishy, you know this thing is fishy. Action speaks louder than words. God created gestures. They do speak aloud more than. Sometimes you say it even is gone, but you don't say it. People read it, people see it, and it tells of who you are. So when you stay with that person, in terms of studying the person, or in the course of studying the person, don't be surprised that the 6 months you've studied that person on social media, and just 1 month to study the person, it may even be different.
Different. You might even think the person is another person.
So give it time to study the person. But we're not refusing that anything cannot happen. It's a social media world. How were our parents chatting or wooing ladies in those days?
With
No social
letters.
media. Okay, before letters came, you pick a stone, Asha.
You throw on the zinc.
It's communication. Go come out, outside. Some will be passing, they'll just be whistling. So that when we know, they hear that sound, they know it's my guy, my shokai, my boo that is passing. She already knows that I'm meeting you in the school compound, in the primary old school.
Old school. Yeah, we have.
The nursery.
We meet at our usual spot.
You see, so but now it's not more throwing up stones on the zinc and whistling or letter writing. So anything can happen.
Okay, anything can happen in a relationship.
Baby-wise.
Okay, be it a relationship on social media, be a relationship that you see each other every day.
Baby-wise, so baby-wise.
Ebane, Miss B talked about trust. She talked about knowing the level of trust that you have in that person and learning to know the person. For you, do you think that you can trust a relationship that is built through the social media?
Be difficult to trust someone whom you have never seen before. You've never seen that person before, because most of the times you can have somebody can tell you the sweetest things, but meeting them to get to understand, just like Miss B said, getting to understand or getting to know that person, you see that the person you were actually talking to on social media is not the person that you have right in front of you. So it will be our advice that no lady or no woman or even a man should trust a relationship on social media. I trust him because we met on social media, we have been chatting on social media. It's not worth it, because you might just end up heartbroken. But actually, relationships on social media sometimes will result to marriage. I know of someone who had to meet the wife on social media. He saw a beautiful picture of the kind of woman, because normally men are attracted by what they see. Saw the picture and then sent the lady a friend request. She accepted and they started, "Hi, how are you doing? What is your name?" and all of that. They got to, from her response, he felt like she's the kind of person, might be the kind of person that he actually wants. And so he took as a pretext to go to the next. Lucky enough, they were both in Cameroon. As pretext, he left Yaoundé and traveled down to Boya, and gave her not reasons that I'm coming to see you, but that I have some things to do. But since we have been chatting, at least I want to know the type of person I've been chatting with. That is how they got to click. But what is important to note is that in the course of chatting with each other, neither did the girl show so much interest in the man, nor did the man want to tell the girl pump and plain that I want us to be.
It was just a plain, like a friendship.
Yes, it was an open conversation that they both tried to build, to get to know each other using their words, remaining open all the time. But he got to give the girl his intentions only after they met for some time, got to know exactly, okay, the kind of person I was chatting with is the same kind of person that I have in front of me, and that is how they click. So people, like Miss B said, people meet at various places, but how they meet and the process they use in meeting is that which is different. We are also seen cases where people meet, you meet someone on social media, and the people will be like, okay, send me, I like you, you like me, send me your naked pictures, I love it this way, I love it that way. That becomes an absurd relationship. Such can never lead to anything reasonable, because you people are just doing what is somewhat obsession or stupidity, as I would call it.
It's a
generally
flirt.
stupidity. Yeah, so it's preferable that in cases where you get to meet someone, people meet friends everywhere. He got to meet his friend, made the friend his wife, and that was because of social media. So social media itself has its negative and positives, but we should not trust relationships on social media at 100%, especially if you've never met the person before. It's preferable that you keep an open mind and just remain positive in everything without necessarily putting your whole heart in it, so that you don't find yourself saying, oh, if I knew.
But there are some people, I heard you made mention of the fact, somebody that you've never met before, that people whom we've met before, but when they go out and interact, they change. When they come back, they become some other persons.
True. If, for example, you had a friend in a neighborhood, or even if the person was not your friend, if I may understand what you say, you lived in the same neighborhood,
Or you went to school together,
or you people had the same, you had opportunity to school in the same place, and then you separated later, and later you met on social media, and the person expresses the desire that, okay, I would like to be more than a friend to you. That one is slightly different, but it doesn't also mean that at that point you have to be at 100% safe, claim to be 100% safe. You have an advantage that you've known such a person before. At least you know that, because it's possible that I even talk to someone like that who is a ghost. Nobody knows. Everything is on social media. Anybody is on social media, and that's a good one. It could be like, okay, I knew you as this person, I knew you as a boy who is calm, I knew you as a girl who is calm, and the type of characteristic that I want in my future partner, and yet that is why it's often important that you observe critically the way the conversations are going. If someone like that tells you that, okay, I liked the way you used to comport yourself back there, I hope that you have not changed, I've always liked you, although I never had opportunity to, I hope that we could still be friends, that it's important as any, let me talk on the young girls, as any young girl, especially of the marriage age, there's need for you to understand the way some conversations are going. It's true that somebody can actually lie to you, but somebody who is actually serious, you can tell from his conversations that this person is serious, even if it doesn't end up being the way you had planned it to be. Maybe at the end of the day he discovered that there's a characteristic in you, or you discover there's something in him that you don't like, but from the conversations you see that this is somebody who is going towards something really positive, somebody who is not just there to exploit the opportunities that are coming. You should be able to judge from the conversations, okay, what is it actually that he wants from me? And another strategy that is important that ladies use on social media is that avoid being too open. Okay, at that point, too open at how? I'm not saying that you should not be honest to someone you're talking to, especially if you've met the person before, but avoid drawing quick conclusions as to what he actually wants, because that is one thing that so many people will make a mistake. You start chatting with someone, okay, the person says that I like you. The person has not said that we are actually going to get married. He just said I liked you, and then you start getting excited, start breaking in, start looking more deeper. Sometimes some people might judge that as African men that we know, we judge that as desperate. Maybe she's desperate, she's too excited. No, I don't want a desperate woman. It's often important that you keep your mood calm, you keep every conversation open and calm. Even if he says he likes you, be the woman that you are, and just, okay, thank you, but I cannot be with anyone.
Oh, you don't say I don't like you
never
too.
seen before. It's you must not tell. Let me tell you something. There's something that my mother always says. Okay, that before we got married, she will tell you that anybody, if you want to get married, do not send men away in a harsh way, because you never know who you will end up with. Even as a young girl, as you're growing up, if no matter how he is, even if he's a drug pusher, he's whatsoever, he approaches you because probably he likes you, or probably he has a
Maybe
negative
it's
intention.
intention.
Nobody knows. You never can actually
Minus
tell.
that they are angels in this.
Exactly. So
It
it's
can be
important
like
that
baby
even
is
if
hiding his identity.
Good.
I think my mom taught me that also. Don't send men away.
Don't send men
There's a
away.
manner in
There's
it.
a
exactly.
way to do
you
that.
don't tell him, yeesh, I can't deal with this bullshit. No, yeesh, I can't deal
You're
with
just a
no, yeesh.
chocolate. You've not
No,
gone to
no,
school.
it's preferable for you to be calm. Thank you very appreciate someone who loves you. It's not easy for somebody to actually say that
I love you.
appreciate.
Equally
Thank you
love
very
and
much.
say, I
Even if
love
you don't
you.
want the person, thank you very much. But at the moment, I am actually not ready. Maybe sometime in the future. Even if you know that you never come back to that person, just know that that person already commands respect for you for the kind of response that you've given. And maybe tomorrow, even both of you don't end up together. He's friend somewhere or somebody he knows. You might fall in love with that person, and the person be like, no, she is a respectful lady. So it's important that even if on social media you don't have the right to be too open, okay, I like you too, or no, I don't date on social media. Just keep it calm, keep it open, and be yourself.
Okay, are we, Miss B, are we saying that people should get into relationship into social media?
It's not a taboo, neither a crime or whatever they call it. It's not a crime.
Mhm.
Just be wise. That's what we say.
Okay.
All has been said. Be wise. Don't just, man. Even if, but don't let me say even if you've not seen the four words. Let's leave. Common sense is even the first education that is stronger than what you learn after that. Use your common sense. Just be careful. If the Bible can say trust nobody, then you want to
Trust.
Be your own husband, Sha. It takes God for there to be trust in between the two of you. So it takes God. You just have to be wise. No one knows. Relationships can start even from digging a pit toilet in two of
Exactly.
you, even from selling shoes in the market.
You know,
Even
you
from-
see, also Victor, he started by selling groundnut in Balmayo. It's like what I guess.
They can start anywhere. Maybe he picked his slave queen when he was selling granite.
There are people who meet theirs in taxis.
Even
So you
at the
can start, so
mortuary.
the social media is not different. Somebody can say be a mortuary attendant and a corpse salutes him.
Miss B.
Well done, Miss B.
Miss B.
Before you know it,
Miss B, you
you
have
can
done
actually
well.
see maybe somebody, with Africans, they are experts. Maybe you just had a shock and you are off. Instead of, trying to pump you up with just normal, local methods, even to bring you back, he's gone, shook into the mortuary. What if the mortuary attendant can delay, before sending the cops in there, just because maybe he's attending to some other, and he wants to, the spirit is like, this particular lady, child, you fine, why you die, you understand? Something is,
Miss B, I think you'll be a good director of a movie.
and by the time you say, well, I've over admired you, let me put you now into the courthouse. You want to see the finger makes a
Already
sign.
shaking.
You saved. And you had already been admiring before even sending into the cold house. You just give an embrace. Before you know it, things can happen. That's
Anything
the
can
power
happen
of what God
anywhere.
can do. Yes. And it tells you the story, and maybe tomorrow is a testimony in the church. How I met my wife. People will be like, it happens. Africans, we are expert. Maybe it's just a shock. You understand? You know they breathe again.
Thank you very much, Miss B. Thank you. You're practically acting a movie.
Let's be careful. Some of us have died like that.
That's the
Some
truth,
people
eh?
have died, not some of us. Back to
That's the truth. In the Western world, what I noticed
They
is
would
that
do
so
all to
many
see
marriages
that,
are contracted via social media.
Yeah, and they
It's
are.
here in Africa that
It's
it's true
not
that it is
taboo.
not. It is actually done, but it is not as practiced as in the
Because we are
Because-
still in our old fashion. I don't know him. It's better to deal with the devil you know than an angel you don't know. Oh, I don't know him. Oh, hey, anything can happen at any time. You just be wise. But if you're those kind of girls, them know. Nigerian pium pium. That's how you call them. Hey, girl. In fact, when a man talks, you just pull your two legs up You just, that's how you
don't
fall
jump,
out
you
of
don't
the
fall
thing.
where you carry your head.
You
go
turn
like
up.
If your butts are up, your legs are down. So like
Everything
this.
is
That's how you will fall. You'll be looking for somebody to remove you from the pit. We just have to be wise. That's all we say.
In the heart of the city, do you trust in relationship built through the social media? That is the question we're talking on today. And the one thing we have to tell all those who are connected to this dating site, you just need to be careful, okay? You just need to be careful. You don't have to trust 100%, but you need to be careful with the person with whom you're discussing so that you get to somewhere. Straight away, we go to the first slot of today. That is the business. We started something yesterday as far as the cultivation of garlic is concerned. Today, we will do a small flash in the cultivation, then we'll go on the sales. Ibani, I guess I'm not wrong.
Not at all. We're going to simply remind our televiewers on some small things. We are not taking the cultivation all over Suntia. We simply have to just remind them that when you are cultivating garlic, it's important that you respect the spacing. Those are the things that we mentioned yesterday. And of course, the soil as well. We did mention yesterday, it doesn't really favor swampy. It doesn't grow well in swampy areas. We have moist, black, loamy soil. If you have that, it's perfect. And equally, you should use the natural manure if you want it to be very healthy as well. Garlic stays in the soil for 9 months before it's mature enough for you to harvest, and so it's going to be cultivated just once a year, and that is why it is very, very expensive, Suntia, which brings us to its sales. We want to note that if you see it expensive in the market, don't go saying that those people who sell are very, very shisha, like often say, or that they are making things hard for us. It is not like they're making things hard for us. Each and every business person is going to sell his or her products just in order to
make profit.
That is it. You don't sell to incur losses. You do business to make profit. And if we can have a bag of garlic, about 50 kg or more, or so, for almost 100,000, about 100,000 to 150,000 francs, then you imagine how much what quantity should actually be given for 100 francs. So it is something. It's true also that you have it where you pack it in bags. It enters a lot, given that it's small in size, especially if it is broken to. If the cloves are brought to single, they are single cloves, then you discover that it enters the bag a lot. That notwithstanding,
But when it's that means when it's in big, it wouldn't enter much.
It won't enter much because it's bigger. It's bigger that way. But if you have to scatter it, it will definitely enter more because it becomes smaller in size that way, exactly. So you have to just deal with it as such. Like we said, it's a very, very lucrative business. Another way you can sell these things is for you to get it nursed.
Okay, you nurse it.
Yes, if you nurse it and sell to people,
The seedlings.
Exactly, you say the seedlings. It's going to be a perfect business because not everyone even knows that this is how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
Not everyone has the patience to get to nurse, have to water, have to wait for it to germinate before you take to the farm. And so, but if you have the opportunity to make yourself a big garden or a nursing garden, big space, good space enough for you to nurse the seedlings, and then you sell to people, you're going to make lots of money from it. You're not just going to at that point, even sometimes you don't even need to go planting. You just sell the seeds and other people go plant, and that is how you become a constant supplier of seedlings. That's another way you can actually sell this stuff. Some people decide to grind and make life easy for people who do not want to do the grinding and have obtained the paste and happen to that way. You wouldn't want to grind so much if you have to sell the paste because it won't stay for a very long time. It won't last for a very long time. Garlic itself is no good when it is dry, but people still sell it dry.
But I think it's much more. People say it's tasteful when it's dry rather than when it's fresh.
It's nice when it's dry. It's highly medicinal.
It is highly medicinal. There are some people too, it's true, some people actually do dry it, or they after they peel and then they sell, or they dry it very well, then they sell, given that it is even very expensive. So whichever way you choose to do your garlic business, you are going to really have plenty of money, and not forgetting that it is very medicinal. Garlic is consumed just almost everywhere, and almost everybody. So far, I don't know about others, but I've not met anyone who doesn't consume garlic. So far, I've
It's true
never
people
met
have
anyone,
restrictions for
except
ginger.
Probably some people might have restrictions on ginger, but garlic, well, maybe there are people or medical doctors can say why some people will not consume it. So far, I've never really met anyone who refuses to consume garlic. So just to say that people consume it so much, and so it's a business that you get into, you wouldn't have a problem with money, but you need a capital.
You need capital. You know, it's very expensive. Talking about 100,000 to 150,000 francs, that's actually much money. You know, some people have to work. Some people that earn 25,000, they have to work like for 5 months or so. Even if they have to save the 25,000 every month, how well would they eat? It becomes complicated. Miss B, that is the sales of garlic today in its different forms that everybody knows of. I hear you talk of the dried garlic that is very medicinal.
Of course, I think we'll lay emphasis more on come to
Innovative ideas.
But again, there are some people who don't have time to go peel this stuff to make a meal fast.
Especially the ones that are very, very small.
So, if you can be selling the garlic, fine. By the side, you have ground garlic. That you produce the quantity for the day. Somebody, maybe a tablespoon is 25 francs. Somebody will come give me the ground garlic. There are people, some will not buy, they'll say that they're not sure of the hygienic conditions. But that's a buy. So you save people a lot of time to go, I don't know business if I'm correct, a lot of time to go peeling, grinding.
Yeah.
So actually, so many people will go for that even more than the unpeeled and so on. So, but now don't just produce the quantity that you go and put in the refrigerator, you carry tomorrow, the taste will not be the same. Produce a quantity that you'll be able to sell for one day.
Yeah, I know of the garlic that they cultivate in Chang. It's the very small ones. They're very small.
That one takes so much time.
Yes, that one is very complicated to do the peeling.
You
It's,
can also do liquid tosha, of course.
yeah, of course. We will talk about it when we're talking of preservation and, of course, innovative ideas. Tomorrow we'll talk on the preservation of garlic, and Friday we will do innovative ideas on how you can innovate your business as far as garlic is concerned. Let's go to Kwakoko Bangasu. You know the promised Kwakoko of yesterday.
Yes.
Today we'll do it full and full. Ebane, you said something that you're going to do. You were going to cook yesterday.
Waiting for quacks.
Cooked yesterday. Did you do it?
No, I didn't succeed time.
Weekend,
Okay.
never mind.
Okay, we
But
just.
don't forget to invite me over.
Of course, you are invited.
Okay, we're keeping it for the.
Already.
We're keeping it for the weekend. It's been a long time. I haven't eaten that.
Palm nuts in Mache say lots of palm nuts this is the season. I think I saw some today. We want to do Kwakoko and Bangasu, the Bakure people or the Mukwe people. That's the people from the Mukwe clan. There's lots of
Are there so many
Kwakoko.
clans in the when they call about Mukwe? Are there so many in that boyard? Are there so other
You have
clans?
the Bakure people. That's the tribe now. You have the I don't know, but there is a way the Mukwe clans. Various those from Fako, the way they speak is slightly different from those from Limbe. Sorry, not from
Yes, those from Limbe. I know of Eddie now,
different from
Jonji. Yes.
from those of from Boya. Slightly different again from those from Ekona Moyoka. You see, but they are all people from the Mokwe clan.
Okay.
So that's it there. So with this meal, the Mokwe people or the Mokwe clan, they call it Timbanambura. Understand? Yeah, rapid day. Not from that area.
Timanambura.
Timbanambura. That's it. Take me back to the village. Where you eat, you just want to go back to that village where you ate it. So that's it. The normal process for the normal process for this that's ground crayfish, ground febe, all what you see now in front of the screen there, that will soon be displayed. You need all the spices, but not in excess. The one that's in excess is crayfish, but now don't really powder the crayfish. You will need to allow the crayfish to be rouged a little. Get all the spices, get your pork meat, your smoked meat, your smoked fish, but now the sizes matter, sharp. If they are too small, don't cook this meal. We need healthy slices of meat or fish. Get your palm nut, wash well. You boil. You add a pinch of salt when boiling. Once it's cooked for about 30 minutes, you remove it, you get the mortar and the pestle ready, wash them well, good. You pound like what you see there. Oh, I'm enjoying going line with the images today. You pound what you see there very well. Once it's well pounded like what you see there, you get warm water. You extract the juice from the chaps. Once you extract the juice, you set away the chaps. Don't throw it and say at firewood. That's how we extract the juice from the chaps. So you will need warm water in that process. You see that? Good.
Please wash your hands well.
Don't keep long nails.
He said the same thing yesterday.
Don't keep long nails as well. Good, you use a colander. Oh my God, technician, you're just the eye design.
He loved this meal since yesterday.
He does his job with some patience. Good, you take the juice now, pour in a clean pot. Once it starts boiling, get your well-seasoned boiled meat or pork meat or smoked meat.
Cannot use cow meat.
Oh, anything that if it's fresh, boiled before, season it well, boiled. If it's smoked, no wahala, add now. And so that's it there. You put it there, you drop a pinch of salt, pinch of Maggi. We said it yesterday, enough onions.
Okay.
Enough both sliced and ground. Put it into this stuff and crayfish. The rest you can manage the spices, you understand? See, there the meat is indicating that it's for banga soup. So that's it there. Okay, once you put, that's onion. That's
Okay.
you put like you see enough onion. Oh, technician has an eye. You see, the oil is already rising up to the, anyway, that's it there. Once it's obtained this texture, know that it's getting ready. And the next image you go and see that it is ready for serving. You get cocoyams, good, banga soup is ready. You get cocoyams, you peel, you wash, well. Now with the cocoyams for this banga soup, you will need to add a little bit of water. But except if those very soft cocoyams, don't add water.
Okay.
If you have to mix with red cocoyam, add small water if not so it will be too hard. Thank you so much, production room, for falling in love with this. Are you from the southwest region? Or the people from Ezebo Plateau?
Nope.
Bakante, no. Okay, that's it there. You wash the cocoyams well after peeling. You produce paste. You use the grater, grate, and get your leaves after warming them. Wash them well. Plantain leaves. You place a little on a small surface of the leaf. You tie. I'm just watching for the.
Miss B, do we
cocoyam.
add
We will see the images.
limestone in the kango?
No.
Okay.
You don't need it. Please walk out back. So thank you for that beautiful question. There's no limestone. This is not achusu.
Okay. I mean in the kwakoko.
No.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Ever since our mothers, started preparing this thing, there's never, it's when you don't cook food well that you will have problems in the stomach. Once it's washed well and cooked well, there's no wahala. All
Okay.
this limestone stuff. So that's it then. Now with your cocoyams, we said if it's not red cocoyam, add no water. Then actually, what if it's red cocoyam or the cocoyam, they are white cocoyams and they are hard, you don't add water. It will be Kwakoko Bible, not Manambura. Just to do the seze will be difficult. So once you know the texture of your cocoyam, know whether to add water or not, and a pinch of salt, please, in the cocoyam.
Don't forget the pinch of salt.
You tie them well. I think we have the cocoyams there also. We place them on a well-arranged leaf. We fold well smoothly. We put in the pot. You decorate the pot with it. Don't just throw the pot in there anyhow.
Aseyusa does not want to show us the
No,
cocoyam.
we will
I think
see
he
it
doesn't
soon.
like that one.
So don't just throw into the pot anyhow. Design it to see. You need to see how the Bakre people do it. We have images of the cocoyam there. We put it in the pot. You design it well. Now once it's turned dark in color, it's ready. Even the smell.
How long do you cook it?
Good. If it is on high heat, you will need 45 minutes. It's ready.
Maybe it's firewood, fireside.
If it's not on high heat, you will need an hour
Okay.
to cook it. Good. So that's it there. Once it's ready now, you will get the kwakoko. Get a fork. Use the tail of the fork and a bowl of water by your side. You dip the fork there. Slice the kwakoko as I'm doing bit by bit. I wish we had the images. Bit by bit, bit by bit. Give it beautiful slices in a bowl. Once you are done with the quantity you want to sese, you know what the bakroma will do? We'll get water in a cup. Place a pinch of salt inside the water. Pour it in the palms and pour it on the cocoyam that she's about to sese. Why? You don't do it that way with that cool water before or fresh water before sesing. You'll not be able to do the sese. That's the sese. You'll not be able to. That will be sticking together. And so once you pour a little bit of salt and that water, you get now the banga soup. Pour a quantity on it. See the bakroma singing the song. My whole body is doing the sese. Once she puts or lands the bowl on the floor, boom, it's ready. Just pour in the flask or wherever you want to dish, and then you put the sauce by the side, and then you remove your kwakoko, carry sauce, you put on top of it, carry meat, you put on top. It's a beautiful meal to cook.
No, Miss B, the way you are doing this thing, it means you're already serving the food for us.
Thank you so much. Thank you. No, bakroma, I was already doing this. Oh my God, you see the singing?
You know, Miss B, I've never known that you get to mix the kwakoko
With a little bit of salt.
Usually we do, what I have often known is that you prepare the banga soup, the kwakoko separate, and then you can, when you are about to eat,
You get the kwakoko.
you get the kwakoko placed in a bowl and the soup, and then you eat
Thank
like
you.
a suba.
Thank you so much. It's not a suba. The bakroma, I give you the process. You cut it on no, in my dialect we say on kere. You see, it gives it beautiful shapes, you know.
Especially when it's smooth, because some is of it when you use
That's why
very
I
rough.
call that. Okay, that's it there. You pour in a bowl, pour a little bit of water and salt, you pour the soup. One of
Like
the
you're doing sese plantain.
after that, if you want to mix in the soup, fine. Anyhow, when this thing sleeps, let's leave it.
No, I'm only watching Miss B.
Take it.
Miss B, you've taken us to the village and back. Thank you for that meal. Thank you very much. Aseyusa refused to show us that kwakoko that Miss B made for us this afternoon. We will, of course, discover it. We're just a few minutes to go. Thank you very much, Miss B. Just know that you have fan club for kwakoko on set this afternoon. Yes, we have so many of us that are fan of this kwakoko and banga soup this afternoon. Aseyusa, that is not the image we're going to use this afternoon. I prefer the previous image as far as toothache is concerned. We started yesterday with the courses. That is better. We have the thunder. Somebody just complained to me today that he's suffering from serious toothache. He's not been able to sleep since yesterday. It gives him problems of the nerves right up to here. So that is exactly the image there. You see the thunder, that is when the tooth aches, it strikes all over your mouth, everywhere. How do you know you're suffering from toothache? You have pain while chewing. You cannot chew. You will not be able to eat. You have hot and cold sensitivity. When it's cold, it pains. When it's hot, it still pains. Bleeding and discharge from around the tooth or the gum. Some people will likely have that. Swelling around a tooth or swelling in your jaw. It means you cannot, which makes you not to be able to chew easily. Injury or trauma at the area. What is important is that you can experience severe pain after a tooth is pulled out. That means 2 to 3 days. Some people experience it when they are suffering from the toothache. We have broken or knockout teeth, where you have your teeth that is broken. You begin to feel pain as well. Wisdom teeth equally cause pain. So those are some of the symptoms that you have. You have high fever, you have headache, you have nausea, vomiting. You have a facial rash. Some people suffer from facial rash, and you have trouble swallowing. That is it when you're suffering from this. When do you call your doctor when you're suffering from this, or your dentist? When do you call him? Because there's some periods in time when you will not be able to bear the pain, and you need to call a dentist or somebody that's in charge of toothache to take charge of this pain. When the pain is not relief, when you take over-the-counter drugs. So people just go buy drugs and take carelessly. When you experience pain after 2 to 3 days after it, when the pain is associated with swelling of the gum and the face, and with fever. Some people suffer from this. When your pain is giving you pain, fever, you need to go to see the dentist. Those are some of the things that you need to take into consideration. So don't stay in the house and say you have to take anything they say you should take, you take and apply, forgetting that the tooth is something that is very, very sensitive. And when you suffer from it, you obviously have nerves problem. Your head and every part of your neck here begins to pain you. So when you suffer 2 to 3 days and the pain continues, it's preferable to go see a doctor or a dentist. But as I said yesterday, I wouldn't change it today. You should always have the habit of taking out your tooth, because whenever you have a problem with a tooth, the only solution you have is take it out. Before you know it, you only eat kwakwa manga soup all your life.
It is still good.
But don't tell me you will not eat it with meat and fish every day. Someday you eat it empty that way. Thank you very much, Miss B. Ebane, thank you very much. It has been a pleasure being with you, dear televiewers, the same as with the ladies with me this afternoon. Ebane, you have a fine day.
Thanks, and same to you. You have a beautiful day. And let's not forget to continue respecting the measures to fight coronavirus.
Okay, Miss B, we have subsequent programs because before I say bye-bye to you.
Thank you. Today is Tuesday. Oh, right after this we have Onjikwa.
Angers.
Practicing and cool. And of course, the bilingual newscast. 7:30, a rebroadcast of In the Heart of the City at 11 p.m.
Thank you very much, Miss B. You have a nice day, and your crazy hairdo lights like my own. Hope we will have it again on Thursday. We hope you have a sound evening. Take time to pray to God, okay? It's always important to say thank you to God for everything that happens in your life. No matter what happens, always say thank you. We will be back on Thursday, but till then, programs on NGTV continue. Stay blessed.